boys, we got James C. Burns back with us.
He's
Holy
back.
fucking hell. We got the redheaded soulless ginger.
You got his front. You don't have his back. You got his front.
We've got your back. We've got your back, bro.
I don't do that backside shit, all right? Leave it alone.
Hey, just because you don't want to start an OnlyFans, man, doesn't mean I'm not going to here in the near future. We were talking about some really, really funny shit. Where were we? Screwing around with his girlfriend. Oh yeah, Ganondorf. Fuck yourself. She was asking me for more than $50 for 7 hours. She had the cops called on her because you said she was missing. She was in my bed. She asked to go to a Brazilian steakhouse about a month later. Man, imagine what that would have been. After 7 hours for $50
for some reason.
Nope, that was like 3 weeks later.
Okay.
I am so lost in this conversation. Where the fuck you guys going?
All the viewers are too. I don't think most people are in the loop.
Yeah, no. The ending to that story that I was telling you was the fact that that girl was in my bed for 7 hours. She had the state police called on her for being missing, and then she messaged me a couple weeks later asking to go to a Brazilian barbecue steakhouse. So if $50 equals 7 hours, what would $150 equal?
Hang on. I'm so fucking lost. So she was a pro? Now she's asking, or she's just trying to do that. What's it called? When you
barter? Let's go on a date. I'll give you some stuff.
She's bartering for her services?
I guess. I don't know why you would lock that one in for free, but still defeated the fucking evil lord from Zelda. Melk, how's it going, brother? Haven't seen you in fucking forever. Burns, welcome back. Thank you, brother. How's it fucking been? It's been forever.
I guess it's good to be back. I guess I'm not sure.
I don't know. We had a hell of a time last time. It was a fucking blast.
We always have a hell of a time.
Always great shows. Even when like Myth and Josh are still on board, the shows that you were there, they were fucking hilarious. I loved it all.
Yeah. Well, Burns is always so lighthearted. It's fucking fun. It's an easy episode to have. But
good lessons to be learned at the same time. Always. There's lots of wisdom that comes from this man.
Yep. There's even a broken clock is right twice a day. So there you go.
Well, there's one thing. There's one thing about having an episode with somebody you have to drag the good episode out of. Having a good flowy conversation with somebody that thinks and just pushes the conversation along is so much fucking easier. It's so much fucking nicer. It's just different.
Yeah, once you get the fucking bill though, it's horrible.
Talk about that bill, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Put somebody's name on something. All of a sudden, it's worth it.
You think $50 at a Brazilian steakhouse is expensive?
What would it take for Frank to scream at me? You better go get that chopper. If you don't get the chopper, he's going to scream at you.
So you know what I've been doing? I've been playing zombies a lot.
I'm so proud of you for listening to me.
More
so fucking proud.
More than I fucking should be. And I've gotten other people addicted who don't need to be. So I'm playing zombies. And what's my favorite thing is shooting on that fucking helicopter. I just fucking love. I'm playing Outbreak, right?
Yeah.
So I just love shooting that helicopter down. And I've died more times trying to collect that loot box. I die a lot, man. I die fucking a lot. So
I'm so proud of you for being like, Zach might be right. I'm just gonna go try and learn how to play zombies and learn how to move and learn how to shoot. I'm happy to listen.
I haven't been on Warzone in weeks. Fucking weeks. I just I have no. Zombies is great, man. Zombies is.
I've caught quite a few of your streams where you're playing both zombies and just like multiplayer shortly after the last time.
Oh, you're the one who showed up. Great.
Yeah. I was in the chat for a little bit.
Nice. Good.
I think we both were.
I threw you a couple subs. We had a little bit of fun. It was a good time.
There you go.
Yeah. Hot Load Zach was in that chat.
I've actually gotten better at. I've gotten better. I'm not good, but I've gotten better. I can actually move and shoot now. Before I could either shoot or move. I couldn't do both. So either I stand and shoot and die, or I move and can't shoot anything. So I'm getting that, but I still can't figure out anything about zombies. All the different, the dragon thing, the purple balls, this I have no idea what's going on.
You need to go back to Black Ops 1 and play like the base zombie maps,
They're the
like
simplest
Kino,
ones,
where you
for
just
sure.
open doors.
No,
and
but
you
I
shoot
like
zombies.
I like the vast
The story.
space of Outbreak. I fucking love that
Yeah.
because the smaller ones, it's too fast for me. It's too confusing. If I was gonna play Warzone, I'd be a camper. I find a high spot and just fucking sit there all day.
It's fun. It can be fun.
I have no desire to be honorable.
Well, in my opinion, it's really, really easy to teach women how to play video games. You sit them on your lap, you put your hands over top of their hands, and you teach them exactly how to do it. Burns, I won't do that with you. I'm sorry. I won't sit you on my lap. I won't teach you how to play the game. I'm sorry. I'll help you.
You're
I'll
lost.
play the game
Oh my
with you.
God. You're lost. Oh my God. No. It's such a lot on you. Actually, I think women learn faster than men on this. When I taught women how to shoot pistols and handguns, because guys tend to be a little too aggressive. Like we watch too many movies. Pulling a trigger is a very slow, easy thing, soft thing, and most guys just pull the trigger. When you do, same thing with the controller. I was just way too aggressive. Like now it's kind of calmed down a bit.
Yep.
Everything's like. Kept getting my head down, spinning in circles a lot. So it's just like, can't imagine what I look like to other people.
Oh, it's always hilarious when you're watching somebody who has absolutely no idea what the hell they're doing. I put the baby on fucking Mario Kart 8 the other day. I bought Mario Kart 8 and I was like, okay, we're gonna teach you racing games now. I taught you Pokemon fighting games. We're gonna teach you racing. And she was
I know you're only 3. I know you're like 2.5, but you can do this.
Oh, she is.
If she's got his genes, yeah. Then, like she said.
I told Ippo the other day, I was like, bud, I think I'm raising a fucking evil genius. Like the kid is just fucking gone.
Dude,
fucking gone.
We're gonna need
a shit
those.
disturber. I love it.
We're gonna need those at some point. We're gonna need them. The evil genii will need to be present for us.
She's one of the most smart-assy fucking shitheads I've ever seen in my life. The other night, she didn't want to go to sleep. So instead of turning off her movie or screaming, she decided to move the fucking baby monitor, stuck it, because it's a magnet, to the TV, and then laid on top of her dresser until she fell asleep. She moved the baby monitor so that way I could see her to know that she was okay enough to fall asleep.
Oh my God.
Like, logically, if it was just a sticker, I'd be like, okay, there's no way in hell she did that on purpose.
Wait a minute, are you sure she's not on that new site? It's called
On the Spectrum.
Babies Only, fans only, babies only. There's a new whole thing out there. That
I haven't heard of this one. Is this just baby pictures? Is this all it is?
That fucking joke dropped like a piece of lead weight off my table. That just landed fucking nowhere. That joke had no impact at all. All right, I quit. I'm done. No more jokes. No
Good
more
show.
jokes.
Good show.
Good show. Great show. Good. Well, good seeing you guys. And fuck off.
It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's really weird though watching somebody who just picks everything up like a sponge. Like there's some babies that will literally just learn how to walk and then learn how to talk a little bit and do little dumb things. This kid picks up the Pokemon Pokédex book and will flip every single page, make the animal noise, make the Pokemon noise, and do the dance that the Pokemon does in the game. All
That's
of them.
too good.
You kind of have to love that, right?
The fuck? Kid, you're 3 years old. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think you have to love that. I'm just saying, I think you have to love it.
Oh, I fucking do, but goddamn, I swear I am teaching a fucking evil genius at some point. Like,
she's gonna fill her Pokedex by the time she's 10.
Yeah. The level that is at, where she's just fucking doing random ass shit. The other day, I was scrolling through Facebook Shorts or YouTube Shorts, and she fucking heard the Moana song, even like the little beat of it. The one that I sung to her as a baby. And she just started singing the entire thing. Just like knows the musical memory of what the lyrics are. I was like, there is no reason that you should know, even be able to stumble through the rap that The Rock does in Moana.
Wow.
Like, you are a little shithead. That's precisely what you're, a shithead. Like it's so fucking weird just watching her do things and just watching
You
her
gotta turn
just
her on to
explore what the
Eminem
world
next.
is. Exactly.
That's what she needs.
Oh,
Turn on.
I have a video of Nick fucking dancing to "Lose Yourself" at like the same age.
Oh man.
Cowboys
Cowboys here.
here.
Holy
Edibles
shit.
or what? For 3 subs, I will open a container worth of edibles. Last time I fucking passed out after taking 2. So for every 3 subs, I will take an edible from our beautiful and wonderful sponsor, Swifty Hemco. Use
Great
code
folks over there.
RMTS pod at checkout for 20% off.
Could you
You got-
imagine?
you
Not
guys,
5, not
you-
10, 20% off.
You guys.
Oh, fucking fantastic sponsor. I fucking love them. They need to send me another
They are
package,
legends.
though. Yeah, this one's
You're
starting
running
to run
dry.
out. Yeah. I got 1.5 packs worth of those nerd things and like half a pack worth of gummies left. And a vape.
What do you like more, the nerds clusters or just the straight up gummies?
Those nerd clusters hit fucking I'm dead on them. Like there is nothing I'm fucking doing for the rest of the day. I am like half asleep. I'm in a trance. There is nothing more that's happening.
I love this because, like, when I first met you, you like virtually never drank, had never done any drugs, and it's just to see you blossom into a Delta 8 enthusiast. I love it.
So what kind of enthusiast?
Delta 8 THC, Delta 8. So it's a derivative of regular THC.
Yeah.
That still gets you high. It works on the same receptors, but
Right.
because
Not
it's
as
not
highly
the
rated.
regular Delta 9 THC, it skirts the laws in most states. It skirts federal regulations in the US. So
Yeah,
it can be
through the
sold
Farm Bill.
almost anywhere legally. Not controlled by the FDA.
Yeah, and
It's not really a
rotates.
thing up here in Canada. There's
Yeah.
no real market for it because our marijuana laws are different. They cover like every cannabis product that you can make, basically, whereas the ones in the States are just
Yeah.
on
It
specific
rotates
ones. So they
and it's
just
fun. Yep. But this one,
oh yeah, there's
absolutely
loads
fantastic.
of different
High tier,
like
smacks
derivatives
you
of
on your ass.
marijuana that are in the US that just don't exist elsewhere because there's no market for them, right? Because they're just made to skirt the laws down there. It's cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that
Yeah.
the federal like regulations haven't started to crack down on it yet too. It's great.
And the nice level of it is it literally makes me go from being in severe pain where I can't move, I have a nerve migraine, and there's nothing that I can do to stop them, to the pain being completely gone, there being no problems at all. I literally, depending on what I want to do, I can be so fucked up out of my gourd that I'm sitting here and I'll be skipping frames and skipping time, or I will be sitting here and having a full-on in-depth conversation. It just kind of depends on how much or what the fuck I'm doing.
I love it. It's like looking back in time at myself at like 16 years old or 15 years old. It's wonderful.
It's a blast. And being able to be paid and taking them at the same time is fucking fantastic.
Getting paid to take some, man, I can't think of a better thing. You get paid to do something you love. And getting high is what you love. God damn it.
Oh.
That's what you're going to do.
It's not I'm going to do it every day. It's not I'm going to get high all the time. But the days that I'm fucking absolutely dying because of pain and shit, it is fantastic to have the eject button of being able to be like, nope. And it's not addictive to the point where I'm taking like Oxycontin or something like that, where I'm fucking dead anyway.
And honestly, for someone like yourself, that's the way to do it too. Especially with edibles. Like if you take edibles every day, you can't fucking do anything. That's insane.
Yeah.
They just last too goddamn long.
It's like
I've never been able to handle any type of any kind of drugs. I'm just not good at it, you know. You got to be good at it. You got to be experienced. And I'm just not, you know.
I know a lot of people. The same thing. Like they just
Yep.
get too in their head, too paranoid or something when they smoke. Or
Oh, dude,
take
yeah,
any
I
edibles
just-
or anything. Yeah. It's not for everyone. I hate hearing people that say like, "Oh, you just haven't smoked the right strain" or some shit like that. It's like, no, not everyone has to be stoned all the time every day.
well, it's weird because whatchamacallit, my family told me when I was like 14, 15, they're like, Zach, you're guaranteed to be allergic. Don't ever touch this stuff. You're going to have a massive panic attack. You'll probably end up having to go to the hospital. You know what? Worse things might happen. You're going to be allergic. Well, I
Just
took the
their
bet.
word for it.
Yep. I took the bet that was the truth. And now I'm here and Still doing the right things, I guess. But
He just tried to steer you away from drugs. The
Yeah.
only way they knew how.
well, whatchamacallit, right after that bet, I made the agreement to I would not take any drugs as long as my mom allowed me to street race. And then I had a baby before I was 16, so I wasn't allowed to street race anyway.
What a terrible trade-off.
Holy
Yep.
shit. Well, there
My
you
mom
go.
will pay all my fucking bills and everything else. Holy fuck, Josh. What the fuck?
What a legend.
Thank you, Josh. Holy fucking hell.
I didn't even see that he was fucking live.
I didn't even know he was live either, and I'm one of his mods.
Yeah, sure.
Josh Pulalt just fucking rated
The
us
fella
with
that used to
26
be
viewers.
On
Yeah.
here.
Thank
Yeah,
I
you,
love
brother.
Josh. Hey, Josh,
He,
tell much
he
of that.
just dumped his
you
chat in
just,
here.
you just dumped his chat in here. Thank you so much, brother. I don't know if you're still
Legend.
in here, but fucking hell. But yeah, it's great to know that I'm not dealing with neck pain all of the fucking time, every fucking time. It's nice to be able to just turn it off and kind of handle the shit
Oh,
things
boy.
that I have to do. As Burnsy fucking cuts out. Oh,
I could kind of hear him. I
Well,
just couldn't see him. There we
boys,
go. We got him.
the thing
We
is
got him.
this.
You're
So
here.
we have a rainstorm here in Southern California, and
Yeah.
at some saturation points, I think the internet just goes crazy because we have no absorption.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of water accumulates everywhere, and then it just gets the underground what called wires.
Yeah.
The optics.
Yeah.
Have problems. So you can see, yeah, and it's just started pouring out again. So you may have issues.
You cleared right up right as soon as that you hit for like
Yeah.
a good few seconds, and then all of a sudden you were fucking fine.
Fucking willed it.
Yeah.
I made it happen. I made it happen. You know, hey, I got friends and make it happen.
You went down to Spectrum and said, you know what? If you don't get that
Say,
chopper and the
you-
internet fucking
You
working
fucking
properly,
gabooks. You motherfucking gabooks. You fix my fucking internet. I'll fucking fix you.
otherwise you're going to get fed to the fishes. Cement
You're
shoes.
gonna wear some cement overshoes, all right? Take a long walk off a short pier. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. I'll throw you out the pier.
I find that works
boy.
sometimes. If computers, they're just fucking around, all you gotta do is threaten them with a little bit of violence. It usually, the issues clear right up, I find. Most of the time.
Oddly enough, during that snowstorm, I had zero fucking problems. I got 2.5 feet worth of fucking snow. Zero fucking issues. None. Where
It's
my
not the
fucking
snow
lines?
that fucks
Up
my
the
shit
fuck.
up here, it's the wind, man.
Yeah.
Fucking power lines, telephone lines that are all right next to trees. They don't trim shit, and then we get like fucking
But when
80
you're
mile an
above
hour winds, and
2,000
then shit's
fucking-
down for fucking days.
2,000 feet above sea level. That shit goes fucking haywire with the wind. It's fucking insane. Oh,
I'm
whatchamacallit-
lucky I'm as sheltered as I am here, because like people like an hour fucking west of me, man, they just get windswept. It's rough.
No, where are you at again? In Canada?
In the center of like Cape Breton. I remember you mentioned that
yeah.
your
My
ancestors had landed from like Meat Cove, so I'm like an
yeah,
hour
my
and a
people
half.
are
half.
from up there. Yeah, explains
I'm
a
in
lot
like
of it.
the center of Cape Breton, like alongside this lake, so it's pretty sheltered here. But like the outside parts of the island, they get really, really bad weather usually.
Yeah.
I'm lucky where I am.
Did you ever read the Shipping News? Did we talk about the book, The Shipping News?
The shipping news. I don't know if we did last time.
I think
Yeah,
what
I've
we
never
talked
heard of
about
it.
was the mines and all that stuff. There was like a
No,
mine
no, this-
shaft that you went into that was similar to the one that was in central New York. That's what we talked about with Nova Scotia.
Oh, right. When I went up, I was up there. Yeah, I went into a coal mine under the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes, that's right. That's
the
right.
Stupidest thing I ever did in my entire freaking life.
The museum
Went-
that's up in Glace Bay.
Uh,
spooky
got
place. to be.
halfway down there. Said, "Pull this. Get reverse thing. I don't belong half a mile under the no. I don't. I belong up there, walking around with the no. How those guys do that? I don't know.
I can't fucking swim. I don't even like going into fucking pools 90% of the time.
Oh, there'd be
if I
no
can't
swimming
touch
out
the
of there
bottom.
if anything happened.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, you
I'd be dead
don't come
anyway.
out, man. It's like I don't.
Multiple 1,000-ton slab of rock would just crush you. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Well, I'm
Enough
saying like
time.
if something just sprung right
Or,
at the bottom.
or
I'm just
worse,
fucked up.
or worse. It doesn't crush you. It just hurts you.
Oh,
It cuts
don't
you out
say
from
that.
civilization
Don't say
in
that.
absolute darkness and silence.
Then you get to die of dehydration or
Yeah,
asphyxiation.
no worse. You just starve to death. You know,
Brother-
you get a little bit of water dripping down, with a little bit of salt, enough to make
And it
your
just
tongue
drops on
swell
your
up.
forehead.
Yeah,
Brother, I'd die of
Fuck.
asphyxiation regardless if water was involved. The second that water covers my head, I'd be fucking dead. I've already drowned twice in my life. I don't think I need to again.
You need to conquer that. I want to see you learn to swim by the time you're 30.
Absolutely
Oh,
fucking
I
not.
don't. I think this is a great paralysis to have. I think it's a great thing to have. Yeah.
Out
Hey,
of
what
anything.
happened to him? Oh, he drowned. You know, he can't swim, right? So why was he jumping in the water? So
Exactly.
it would deprive us of a lot of good material. You know, we can monetize it. So we could do that.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Oh, he dove in after the ocarina next to the fucking castle bridge.
So back
Yeah,
to the
don't go in
shipping.
through the water temple. You won't make it out, bro.
The Shipping News is a book that got very popular in the 90s. She also wrote, it's a great book. Kevin Spacey made it into a movie. But I think it won a lot of awards. It's called The Shipping News. And it's a brilliant book about a guy who goes, this newspaper editor, this overweight newspaper who's having a rough life, goes up there to try to live up there or something. And it's just a small town, that Nova Scotian kind of incestual but kind of celebrated element. You know what I'm talking. You have to go there to know what I'm talking. It's just an island life, and just it's like Ireland. It's going back to the Scottish Highlands and stuff. It's just very insular and very profound and profane. And it gets in, it's called, read it. It's a great book.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. I think I just found like Annie Prolx. I have no idea.
Yeah, Annie Prolx. Yeah, she wrote that.
Prolx?
She
Okay.
wrote a couple of great books. Another one about some cowboys. It's called A Cowboy Way or something, maybe.
Shit.
She's
Where's the set? Yeah, this is set in Newfoundland. Okay.
Yeah.
A reporter from upstate New York whose family was from
Of
Newfoundland,
course.
actually, and then they go up
Fucking
there.
hell,
Yeah.
man.
Fuck, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, exactly. Goddamn. All of us fucking Northeastern boys.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, I've never heard of this, and to see that it was adapted into a movie too.
And the movie did
Kevin
very
Spacey,
well.
Julianne Moore, Judi Dench, Scott Glenn. Yeah, damn.
I just did a fucking rewatch of all the fucking Harry Potter movies again, and god damn it, I fucking love them. Absolutely fucking love them still.
You watch them with your kids?
Yeah. It
Well,
was
that's good.
it was really interesting to watch like his love for them start, because like before he was either too afraid of them or just didn't fucking like the fucking oddity of it and was just like no. And then you watch it and he's like, "Oh, that was really cool. What happened with this?" And I'm like diving into like all the Easter eggs and like the back lore shit. And he's like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I'm finding out more. It's so fucking interesting just watching somebody dive deep into some lore heavy fucking story and they like want to know more and they're asking and asking. It's just so fucking cool.
Well,
Did
there's
either of
one-
your older two read the books?
My oldest daughter started to, and my son is like, he's getting to the age now where reading the books would actually probably be interesting to him, but not at the level where he probably would.
They're good. I find they're so much better than those movies. The movies are still great, but like there's so much shit they can't cram into a two and a half hour movie with those stories.
They just canceled the 4th and 5th fucking Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movies.
I didn't realize they even planned on making that many of them. Holy shit.
Yeah, because it was supposed to finish telling the story of Dumbledore and Grindelwald.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened?
They didn't like the woke shit that they decided to put in it.
No, wasn't she?
Is that actually part of it? The changes they made to the plot?
And then you also have the part of them not recasting Johnny Depp as Grindelwald after the court case and everything else.
Yeah, I forgot they dropped him then. Yeah, that was big news then too. Fuck. Man.
But one weird thing came out of it. They're going to do the Voldemort's Child movie as well.
So, I wonder when that's going to end up coming out.
Who's writing it? She's not writing it. She got blasted for some.
That was the problem. Was she wrote the last 2 Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find the movies, and a lot of the details that she put into the scripts and stuff, she put it into the wrong locations. So you would think that they would just read the fucking script and understand what they have to say and what they don't. They were brain dead and just kind of pushed through what the hell they needed to say and left the rest. They let her fucking rot on that shit, in all honesty. If you know that in the fucking first one, you rewrote it slightly to add in the details that you had to say or had to show, And the second and third one, you didn't do that. What in the fuck are you doing? It makes no sense why you didn't understand you had to do that. That is dumb.
I haven't even seen the second Fantastic Beast. I didn't even love the first one that much. Really,
The second one's the best one in my opinion, and they said,
is it okay? Okay.
Fan base wise, that is the one that's not liked as much as the first one. The third one is not liked at all. Beautiful movie, doesn't make any damn sense.
Cursed Child should be good though. I mean, considering that's a screenplay that was written for theater first, I'm guessing it's probably gonna.
It'll be interesting because they have to explain to everybody that Voldemort had sex in Malfoy Manor, which will be a really, really interesting fucking time to explain.
Well, what's this thing about somebody being gay or not being gay?
So the basis of the story.
What's a little controversy with that? Because I don't understand any of that.
So there's two parts of it. There's the game that came out now that has a controversy around it with the same exact thing, and then the story of Dumbledore, which Dumbledore's story originally was that he was gay, but they never really talked about it, so it kind of got pushed, and then all of a sudden it came out, and then everybody was like, no, that wasn't canon.
Did she write the character as being gay?
Yes, but not blatantly.
Yeah, she had it in mind, but it was never explicitly said in any of the books or like talked about.
So they said that's not canon. So,
but it was still an idea that the original creator had, but just fans are trying to tell her that she's wrong, basically.
Yep.
There's been a lot of that.
But I thought she came under fire from all these groups because I thought she said some controversial things.
So it started with that, and then she came out as a TERF, which is being against trans people being actual women or whatever. And I'm not going to give my opinion on that because that's a whole ball of worms that none of us need to be canceled for.
True.
And then that kind of snowballed into the game that just came out and her trying to be canceled again for the same exact statement she had before, even though she wrote a trans character into the game.
Well, she had nothing to do with the actual writing or the plot of that game itself. So just for context,
I thought she did.
It was like a newer single player like Hogwarts game that just came out, and it's the first real like Harry Potter game that's been made.
Absolutely beautiful game.
At least a decade, pretty well. A great game. It just sucks because a lot of people tried to boycott it and cancel it right away because they don't agree with J.K. Rowling's views on a lot of stuff, whereas she really had almost nothing to do with the development of the game, and people are just.
It's her story, her
whinging
lore,
for something to cry about. I don't
know. Are we still in danger of saying things and getting canceled for talking about science and stuff? Or
I agree with you. I don't disagree with you in any form or fashion, but I don't think stepping in that bee's nest when we speak incorrectly to begin with probably would end up making although I did get asked to do a panel about men's rights against sexual abuse in relationships and a whole bunch of other stuff, so that might be interesting, and that might
who's
end
that
up
with,
going down
if you want to say
it. It was some random person on Facebook. They're like, well, Zach has a men's right podcast, tag him. I am literally the fucking dude. Yep. You wanna get fucking roasted? I'm not the person to bring into that one because I'm going to fucking roll 99% of fucking females on that topic. That is not where you want me to be.
Actually really want you to do that. That sounds like it would be interesting. Not only just for that point, but no, that could be good. That could be good.
Oh, I also did a right-wing one where a whole bunch of local radio stations decided to come at Blue Lives Matter and stuff. I was like, I'm pro Blue Lives Matter. Let's go. I'll just argue the point. Like, I'll be edgy. I'm gonna sit there and poke the bear, and I'm going to answer every single one of your answers as in depth and make you question every single thing. Every single thing they said was feelings. Every single thing.
Was feelings?
Yep. You can't answer a fucking fact with feelings. You just can't.
Facts don't care about you.
Yeah, facts do not give a fuck.
Oh, I hate to repeat a Ben Shapiro line. That's just
how do you delineate that though for people? How do you create and like what's your methodology saying? Okay, Bobby, that's a fact. I do like this. Okay, if I throw a rock, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Say yes or no. I threw a rock. Okay. You saw it. It was an action. Now, Why did I throw the rock? That's an opinion. That's a feeling. You know,
exactly.
why did I throw it? That can be debated to today's, but the fact that someone throws a rock, if you shoot a gun, that's a fact. I shot a gun.
When I go into an argument like that, how I look at it is I'm going to have specific points that I want to lean on, and then everything else I try and go into my opinion, how I perceive things, and then walk that back to the fact itself. Okay, this is how I perceive things. This is what happens. This is how things go, and then walk that right back to the fact. Okay, so if this fact is true and we can prove that it is true or false, then you go through this step. This step is then proven true, and then you prove your feelings true by the rule or the thing that you're trying to stick to. Whether that's science, whether that's a specific study or whatever, you kind of just cycle it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And just literally, you can't defeat something that is a fact. If you want to say that it's wrong, if you want to say that it's biased in some form or fashion, that is a conversation we can have. But at that point, then your conversation is with the scientists or whatever.
A fact cannot be biased.
Exactly.
Not at all.
If you shoot a gun, you pull a trigger, that's an event. It's a fact.
Exactly.
The trigger was pulled. Why it was pulled, we debate that, but not the fact that the trigger is pulled. Someone said something, that's a fact. Now, what's the intention? What is the intentionality of the statement? That's up to debate. And that when you try to make those facts, it's impossible. People's motivation for doing things are so complex and so varied that it's an impossibility to try to put it into to quantify it.
Oh, exactly. And quantifying that opinion or quantifying what exactly you believe or whatever, and whatever fucking topic you're talking about, if you cannot take your feelings out of it and you cannot look at it as a third person and you're not intelligent enough, whether that's EQ or IQ, and you can't look at this as a whole and give your opinion on it, then you're going to fall on your face. It's not rocket science. It's not super fucking complicated or complex to look at something and understand why and what's going on. If you can't do that, you're a retard. I'm sorry, you just are. Whether that's IQ or EQ or both, you are a retard.
A lot of people just get too heated whenever opinion comes into stuff like that, man. Like I've seen a lot of say debate streams and shit on Twitch over whatever topic, and they all devolve so fucking fast for the most part. When they're live streamed, at least. It might be a little different otherwise, but man, some of them just
Destiny is getting absolutely chewed out. Fucking Sneeko was like, yeah, so any adult that dates a child is a pedo. And he just corrected him and used the correct word after a certain age. This is what it turns into. And he's like, no. And it's like, dude, that's not the hell you're going to die because you want to argue that's not the argument at all. He's informing you of what the terms are. Who gives a fuck? If you have an argument, have the argument, but don't sit there and argue the terms. The terms are actually defined. That's not where your argument is.
It's set in stone.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes me.
It's not a matter of opinion. Those are mainly the debates that I was kind of thinking of for the most part. Yeah. I've got a lot of Destinies, and man, they can be rough sometimes.
Sneeko is getting absolutely destroyed. Fucking everybody has called out Sneeko to fight our boy Brandon Buckingham. Everybody. And I'm like, yes, let this fucking happen. I will bet the house on Brandon Buckingham. I will.
For what? What's going on? What did I miss here?
So Brandon Buckingham, friend of the show, he's one of my homies, and he called out Sneeko, this very, very far right Twitch streamer and stuff. I think he's more of a grifter than far right, actually, if you want to give his actual beliefs. But he kind of latched on to Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate and everything else and kind of pulled himself up that way. And now he got banned off most social media platforms and he's on Rumble. Now, Brandon Buckingham came out and was talking about how he was the C word that we were talking about before, like Ganondorf, with being in the same room as his girlfriend being fucked by another male, and how he didn't like it and how it made him cry.
Basically, his girlfriend
publicly.
dragged him to a swingers party. She was
Yeah.
sleeping with someone else. He was in the same room. He didn't like it, and he's openly like talking about this on a stream. And then a lot
Except
of people like made fun of him for it and shit, and he didn't like that.
and they're engaged now. So he continued on. He accepted it and still accepted that as a term in their relationship. But he's an alpha male. So Brandon Buckingham came out and was like,
How is that an alpha male? Watch another man fuck your woman. How is that possibly an alpha position?
Listen, everyone, they got different kinks, but it wasn't his. But he's still arguing that it's fine. I guess
He didn't like it, but it's fine, guys. It's fine. It's okay.
Well, I guess if you're looking at if you determine your own value by, I guess you go by the rules that we determine our value by. Never determine your personal worth by someone else's words, thoughts, or actions. So under that paradigm, sure, that I guess there's some autonomy there, but I just don't know how. I don't know. Having a guy leave his mark on your woman, it's just like it doesn't. The wolf pack doesn't do that. I don't know. For me, that would be a very difficult thing.
The full story was they were supposed to full swap in the same room, which I don't understand that in the slightest.
Well, what kind of swap?
They were supposed to swap females, so the guys swapped girlfriends in the same room.
Again,
it was a swinger party. He just got dragged to a swinger party, and he didn't want anything to do with it, basically.
Yeah.
But this other fella, Brandon Buckingham, so he's like a bit of a
shit star,
comedic journalist, almost is the way I'd put him online. So he called him out for all that shit and made some kind of off-color jokes about it, and
then he tried
this
to
original guy clapped back and accused him of sexual assault, like just out of nowhere. And it was a lot of people took him for his word, and it really ruined this guy's reputation online. Whereas this other toxic ass shit disturbing streamer just did it because he was
because he wanted to, because he was sad
that he got called out for being in the same room as his girlfriend when he got fucked. Really silly situation, and this is what, like last spring.
Summer.
Okay, now here's the question: did it really happen, or was it just a publicity thing? I mean, because a lot
absolutely happened.
A lot of shit I see online, I doubt it's really happening. I mean, I have like 80%. So, like 80% of what I see, I think is just manufactured.
I got 15 calls from Brandon trying to help him deal with this shit and just kind of working through the fucking weeds with him. He ended up staying at a mental facility to get help. This is all public knowledge. I'm not being a douchebag and doxing somebody. I was one of the people in the background with Keemstar and a few other people trying to help Brandon and get through the fucking situation because he's getting called a fucking R word. Like, there's no fucking reason for that shit to begin with. And then it just gets worse.
Oh, it went beyond that. Two people were making insane personal attacks of the guy.
What's the R word? What is the R word?
I'll put it in the private chat. You can't say it on Twitch because, it rhymes with a fruit. If I could type properly. There you go. That one. That word.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he
How is that word now?
Because you're accusing somebody of something, therefore all of a sudden
because it becomes
a crime.
I'm fucking clueless.
So
I should not be left alone in any way, shape, or form.
I got you, brother. I got you.
I should not be.
The walls on this platform get tighter and tighter every day.
I will walk into a wall and just go ahead.
Just head first into it every single time.
Every fucking time.
That shit fucking happened, and then he ended up dropping a 15-minute diss track on him, just airing everything about how he's a piece of shit, how he's sitting here talking fake shit, how he's not an alpha male, how you're sitting here talking shit about a fucking art teacher, yet you won't face him face to face, and just throwing everything out there.
Well, what is this alpha male thing that's happening? I hear this all the fucking time. I have no clue what's happening. So what is this? What is this shit? I mean, it's
how a lot of guys went against cancel culture. They kind of took it as like the Matrix thing, where they took the red pill and kind of jumped down and saw the world for what it is. That females only really offer sex, and that they evaluate themselves based off of the money the money they make and the things that they do and how jacked they are. Now, there are a lot of parts of it that are positive.
Again, this is a manufactured idea, or are people, are they fighting for this position? Like what is the what is the predisposition for this thing? Because I have the exact opposite idea about women sometimes, but there are those that do that.
I think the three of us have a very, very different outlook than what they have, or even what the people against them have. It seems like we're very, very rooted in like personal accountability and exactly choosing what the fuck you want to do, and that not leading to your value, but your value being what you bring to the fucking table, not based off of your monetary gain, how many women you sleep with, or what the fuck you decide to do in your free time. As long as you're not 600 pounds, as long as you're able to do the things you want to do and you're achieving things, there's no real more value that you can bring to the fucking table. They think
that entire like fucking thought process, that whole subculture online that, like you said, came from people just being tired with fucking woke cancel culture. I find a lot of it is equally as toxic and just fucking so hard to listen to because people are just
stupidity. And the
insanely shallow and fucking materialistic. That's all it is.
The shitty part about it is you look at like the baseline of it, the baseline of like the things that Andrew Tate says as a whole, not the specific meat and potatoes of the things that he says, are either funny or they're very, very, very poignant.
Yeah.
And then there's some things where you're just like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah,
because it literally makes
shit. Like
no
you can see, there's
sense.
reasons why he's not on most platforms. Because some of the stuff he says is just fucking gross.
Everything is a shade of gray. How far are you willing to let people go? If you're willing to let people say, "I hate all men, kill all men," then the opposite idea should be there. The opposite idea should be available on both sides. If you're going to make one available,
no one's calling out Wings. Wings is a legend.
Oh, we'll go into that in a fucking...
Who? Wings? Who's Wings?
Wings of Redemption. Let's finish this topic and then we'll go into Wings. It's weird to genuinely see exactly how these things work and how these things kind of grow. It's like if you say the most extreme and available thing, your story or whatever the hell you're going to say is going to grow. But if you have good meaning behind it and you're trying to grow something and be honest and try and do better for men, as we have, I've gotten fucking messages. I don't know about Ippo specifically, but I've gotten numerous messages. Thank you guys for coming out there and saying something. Thank you. Whether they're trolls or not, those fucking messages are meaningful. Like, thank you for saying something. Thank you for coming out for men's rights. Thank you for coming out for men's mental health, because it fucking matters, regardless of if it's a troll or not. Like, the shit's stupid. Shit's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's real. The internet today is just that's a rough place.
Everybody just wants to shit on everybody instead of just listening and breathing for 2 fucking seconds.
It's fucked. It's truly fucked.
I have 100% faith in the old adage that what you take from a room what you walk in with. I don't have the same experience you guys are talking about online. I don't dabble in a lot of the concepts you guys do, but I rarely have any contention on stuff I do, and I think that's because I don't look for it. You know, I don't ingest it. And I don't try to proclaim too much of it, and I think these are kind of self-fulfilling ideologies. You know, yeah. I need to bounce back this discordant idea, and then all of a sudden it I think our power of manifestation is now becoming almost instantaneous. So, as you know, biblically speaking, as you reap, so shall you fucking sow, right?
Yep. Yeah, and it's going to get worse, which is this shitty thing. We've watched cancel culture fucking push very, 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 very far left, to the point of almost fascism. And I will call it as I fucking see it. They do not want you to openly speak about the things that you want to talk about or your opinions, especially if you fucking disagree with them. If you are any of what the three of us are, a white, straight male, all of a sudden you are a piece of
Your
shit.
opinion
And
means nothing.
your opinion
Yeah.
means nothing. You are nothing. All of a sudden you're given everything. What is going to happen as this fucking turns the table back right? That is just as scary of a fucking thought. Yeah, our morality is going to be valuable because we're actually fucking moral people. But as you look at these people that don't have any fucking morality, everything's going to fucking explode in their hands, and it's going to be the reason it goes back even farther left. There is no center anymore. Everything's just getting pushed.
I think that is somehow been manufactured as reality, but I think when you walk down the street and talk to people, that's not the case. When I think it's just
agree.
online. If you're absorbed into online
It's
lifestyle,
not just online. You have any entertainment. Everything is pushing far left.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, that. But again, it's like that.
There are still people out there who have regular fucking centrist views on social issues. It's just they're not the opinions that you hear online because it's not the divisive shit that any news media companies want to push.
I think it's when the profit is in getting eyeballs, getting people. I think they learned a long time ago that people who are
if it bleeds, it
moderate affected do not march in the street. They do not give money to donate to causes. But people are pissed off, go to their pockets. So I think both parties, the Democrats, both realize I'll get people pissed off. But the thing is, when you start getting people pissed off, you got to keep them pissed off, and that's the issue for me.
The other part is, and I would tell you honestly, unless you want this to be a part of you, don't talk about it at all publicly, other than like having fun and actually having in-depth conversations, because it dissolves half of what might follow you from the other side. And that's the shitty part, is because of how polarized things are now. The second you say, oh, well, I believe in normal marital values, you put things together, and if things don't fucking work, it is what it is. You saying that all of a sudden makes you far extreme right wing, and you're a piece of shit misogynist. And then nobody on the left wants to listen. You become an ist because of you thinking one fucking topic that they believe is wrong. And it's disgusting. It honestly is, in my opinion. The farther that you portray everybody as a fucking extreme, nobody's talking anymore. You will fucking de-incentivize everybody. It's not going to get better.
Interesting.
It's going to make everything the Wild West, to where everything's a fucking Nazi joke again. It's going to turn fucking the world into 4chan culture. And I promise you, it's not going to be pretty.
Into what culture?
Into 4chan culture.
What is 4chan culture?
It's very cancerous, like, messaging board that's been around for like 20 plus years now.
That's
online.
Completely anonymous. It's one of those places that believes in the whole like gamer culture of, if you're a female, it doesn't fucking matter because either you show your tits or you have nothing worthwhile of saying. Like the farthest reach of what it possibly could be of, you have no value unless you're intelligent. Like it swings the axe of it going from it being all about your looks to being all about your mind, and neither one of those are going to be positive. And we're seeing the outfall of it now. We're seeing the rampant racism. We're seeing the rampant sexism on both sides. And it's going to fall into the whole, either you're ideologically correct or there's a big fucking problem. And we're going there. We're headed as a fucking train right down the fucking hole.
I hope within the next few years something can happen and people can fucking just realize that people have differing opinions and theirs don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. And you could still be friends with people if they have completely different opinions. Because, I mean, the way things are going, it seems like sooner rather than later, the U.S. might be dragged into another global conflict of sorts, whether it's in fucking Eastern Europe or China or the South China Sea. And
if
like,
Ukraine
we're
continues,
gonna need people to be friends with each other if that's gonna fucking happen.
if Ukraine continues, we are in a world war within the next 3 years.
I still feel like there's a higher chance of the U.S. being dragged into something in and around Taiwan than that. Even like I don't know. They're
Oh, I know, but
really
that
reluctant to even talk about a direct confrontation with Russia. But China, it's not the same thing. Like they've said, they
anybody
will fight for Taiwan.
anybody who thinks that Russia trying to invade Ukraine not doesn't lead to China trying to take Taiwan is absolutely not fully there. You are a fucking retard if you don't think China is contemplating taking Taiwan, because they saw how much we didn't do in Ukraine. We either
It'll be different though. It'll be definitely different.
Or not at all.
Because the U.S. has actual military assets in
Yep.
Taiwan. They've straight up said that they will fight if that comes to it. But I just
and
hope that can be resolved diplomatically. It just doesn't seem like it ever fucking will.
The
Rough
fucked
go.
up part is you do not hear anymore about what the fuck the Bidens did in Ukraine. It is gone.
Oh dear God, no, nothing, absolutely not, no.
That shade of anything is fucking gone. It's not talked about, and that should be the biggest fucking thing. He wrote him a blank check.
I don't know why this is so, almost hot topic, because go back to IBM and Ford during World War II. I mean, like it's it's money. It's people like making money. Who doesn't like making money? Lyndon Baines Johnson, his construction company, did most of the work in Vietnam.
Yep.
People don't know that.
You do the same thing that happened in
millions back then.
Iraq
that
too.
Shit.
The military-industrial complex leads.
So, how many billions of dollars have we sent to the Ukraine? But yet we can't figure out basically how to get. We have sludge building up and dams across the country, which is the sludge is some of the best fertilized, some of the best organic material to grow crops in. And we can't figure out, take a couple of $1 billion and harvest all this sludge and keep our rivers. I mean, there's so many common sense things that our joint money should be going to, but yet it's all about, who's making them, who made all, I was in Afghanistan, right? And I saw firsthand who's making the money over there. And it was fucking insane. It wasn't a 22-year-old sergeant making $31,000 a year. Some fucking guy driving a dump truck, getting paid $100,000 a month to drive a dump truck for some contractor company. There's this the money was being spent, but it was redistribution of your money.
Yep. And the shittier part is we have all of this shit going on in Europe right now. We have everything that happened with the Nord Stream pipeline. We have everything that's leading into fucking Ukraine currently. Them saying, hey, if we have availability to use nukes, we're going to, on both sides. Both of them. Both of them are like, we might do this. We might do this. And then being like, nah, why would we do that? And now we have 400,000 gallons or 400 million gallons of fucking nuclear water and steam going into the fucking air from Wisconsin currently in the past week.
Mm-hmm.
We have everything happening in fucking Ohio. But, we're just worried about fucking Ukraine. Guys, we have a fucking infrastructure problem in both of these fucking countries. We have fucking idiots leading us, and nobody gives a fuck.
Even when you're talking about power grids, period, like when Russia started using waves and waves of suicide drones to take out Ukrainian power infrastructure, and they were sending everything they needed from the U.S. stockpiles to there to replace transformers and whatnot. There was a massive transformer shortage in North America because of it.
Yep.
And that was right around the time where a shitload of substations were being attacked all across the U.S. too, and some couldn't even get replaced as fast as they wanted because they were sent overseas to replace other equipment there, which fucking blows my mind.
At what point is it wrong to worry about ourselves? And we've been saying this since the beginning of fucking Iraq. When can we worry about our fucking selves? Trump started doing it, and then he got shit on for it. And I'm not saying he was doing it right or wrong. I'm saying that that's what he ran on. He tried to insulate the country, tried to keep us out of wars. He did not start a new war. He was the first president that didn't in a while. Why is that the fucking negative thing to say now? It's asinine. Fucking asinine.
Yeah, if he could just not talk like he's like a fucking baboon. I mean, unfortunately, the bombastic nature with his leaves him way wide open to criticism and the wrong kind of criticism, because you're not commenting on what he's saying. You're commenting on how he says it, which is the smoke screen of all smoke screens. Like that's
to me.
I don't like how he said it. I don't like.
I don't know about either of you guys, but I don't give a fuck if he sits there and talks shit about every single fucking person in the room. Talk shit, but be fucking intelligent when you say it. Do not overbloat things. Do not just say everything's wonderful or everything's fucking horrible. Just fucking say it. Be fucking straight up.
That's when that's when a lot of these pundits, these talking heads, lose me. I also love Ben Shapiro. I thought he had a very articulate, very intelligent discourse. And then he started calling Biden poopy pants and slopey. Like, dude, that guy, I tune in because you're the guy that doesn't do that. I tune in because you're making science arguments and logic, intelligence. And now it's all this. It's like, which, you get successful, now you're bowing down to the ignorance of your extremes. I
do like Crowder's joke about Biden. That one's a good one.
What's that?
Former Vice President Biden is fucking hilarious. Not acknowledging him at all as president.
Former vice president.
Former vice president.
I've never even heard him refer to him as that. That's hilarious. But Ben Shapiro too, because I mean he's got a lot of sound arguments on shitloads of societal issues, but I just can't take when he goes off like that too.
When he descended into just the derision, it's like, well, that's not what I listened to you for. And a few guys have gone that direction. I get disappointed by that. That's, just make the points, make the arguments. Once you do that, once you get into, there's in logic, when you take logic courses and you have debating, you have certain rules that you can't disparage the presenter. Like you can't call, well, you're an asshole. If you do that, you lose points in the debate, right? But in our public discourse, insulting people, like even that's why I started watching football. We went from intelligent broadcasters, now they're all bouncing around, jumping. These are adult men in their 50s and 60s, jumping around a room, screaming at each other. I go, how the fuck did that happen?
To me,
how do they happen? People are yelling at each other and talking to each other. Like I turn off half the sports show because it's all everyone's yelling at each other, and obviously it's working because people, people are buying it.
Rates are down, and it had been since about 2017, 2018. The thing that I wish is allow fucking vulgar language, allow insults, but also make it so you have to have a poignant fucking point, not just a zinger. Make the conversation actually about what the fuck we're talking about.
If you ever dealt with a bully at all, it's not about content. It's about the zinger. It's about making someone feel small. Your victory comes by making someone else feel small.
And it's the delivery of it all. It's not even whether it makes fucking sense or not.
And if you don't have that skill set, if you don't have, or if you're trying to actually think about something and you're not kind of like when I'm a writer, I write, and sometimes you write things that are just base and like, okay, this is an easy joke.
Yep.
But to have a conversation and think things out takes time and interaction. But the zinger's for a certain audience. You're trying to defeat one side of an argument. Well, you're a poopy pants. Well, you're a booger face. Like, great.
It's the nuke that most people don't think. It's the ADHD kid that's bouncing off the walls that understands that in this conversation, there's going to be a word that you're going to say that I know exactly how to turn that into a joke about you or a joke about your point. And that's something that I fucking thrive off of. And everybody fucking knows it. It's the thing that I know how to do better than a lot of people. It's the thing that most people don't fucking get.
It gets under a lot of people's skin.
Oh, it really does. People do not fucking like it because they're like, oh, you think you're better? No, bud, that's not the point at all. I can't believe I got Precious episode. I know I wasn't going to go into fucking Discord fucking politics, but the fact that I got Precious episode this week was fucking hilarious to me.
You got what?
So one of the people that was in our friend group, his name's Dimebag. Shout out Dimebag. Went on a tirade and left the friend group. And as he left the friend group, he wrote what we call the manifesto. And one of the lines in it was, "I'll never be your precious Iposaur."
So he basically, I thought we were like fucking great pals, and I guess he had some weird ass complex all along, thinking that fucking everyone worshipped me and he couldn't be as good as me or some shit. I really have no idea, and I've never talked to the guy about it, but like it just came all out of nowhere, and then he left the group. It was fucking weird.
That same fucking
that just gets like chopped up and memed a lot. A lot of people just use that line over and over again.
That same fucking thing happened literally this week to me while Ippo was on his MIA soul searching trip because he's a ginger. We had this weird dude who was absolutely burnt out from DMT, like to the point where he could not string a sentence together. He's been on
That's
4 and
not
5
even
days.
why he is the way he is.
Burnt out from what?
DMT and alcohol. He has like the most stereotypical.
What is DMT?
Psychedelic that like literally turns you to paste in your chair.
Okay.
It's a psychedelic that is present in almost every plant on the earth. There's only so many plants that are actually feasible to extract it from, and it lasts like super duper short, but it's like insanely fucking intense.
Yeah.
Super intense.
Okay.
But within like 15-20 minutes, you're completely fine again.
So about 2 years ago, this dude could string a sentence together. He was one of the people that everybody kind of wanted to hang out with and have conversations with because he was actually semi-intelligent. Like a lot of the people of the PK fan base. Oh, fuck. But this guy, he was acceptable. And this week, he decided to go on a bender of, I'm going to drink all of the fucking time for about the past 3 to 4 months. And he could not string a sentence together to save his life. So I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm done with the retard parade. We're getting this dude out of the fucking friend group.
It was rough. It was hard to fucking watch too, man.
I'm not watching this anymore. I come online to have fun and hang out.
You know
with
the
my
guy's
friends
smart, but
and joke around. But I don't want to sit here and have a retard parade. This is not about a retard parade anymore. I'm not fucking doing this. So I was like, get rid of this dude. And he tried to make a dumb fucking comment, and I just went off. He's like, well, I'm glad to see that Zach really knows how to talk shit because, you know, if Zach knew how to talk shit, he wouldn't have muted me. And then I removed his roles, and then he could not talk. I was like, bye. Not fucking doing this anymore. This is not a democracy, my friend. Not in the slightest. There are a few people that have power. Everybody else does not.
Self-destructive behavior that no one was doing much to stop. Not that we could have. No one's physically close to the guy.
You can't force somebody not to drink. You can't force somebody to melt their fucking brain with fucking lie and naphtha. I'm sorry, you just can't. You can have a conversation with Myth, and the dude is more intelligent enough to have the fucking conversation. Nolan was so burnt that he couldn't put the first 3 words of a sentence together. And I don't know if that's wet brain, the DMT, all of the alcohol he's consumed, or what.
Fucking mixture of all of the above, as far as I'm aware. Also, Kringle Cloudy, thank you for the subs.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother.
Legends.
Fucking 17 months. That is fucking mind-blowing.
What is?
I've been almost doing PK now for almost 2 fucking years. So that means it's almost been 2 years since you've been on Real Men Talk Shit for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it actually almost that long? Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, he did this show probably like 2 weeks after doing PK and going off on Kyle about how his dad stabbed him and he used a fish hook to sew himself back closed.
Who's Kyle?
2 years ago. FPS Russia.
All right.
Remember you told the story?
By the way, I don't know why he doesn't try to be an actor. Because he totally had me fucking hooked. But that character, I thought for sure. I totally bought a hook, line, and sinker. I think he's a waste of talent. He could be a hell of an actor. That guy.
I'd love to see him cameo as that character in like fucking anything. It would be hilarious.
Well, he was in Black Ops 2 promo.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, when they
Wouldn't
did
it
that.
be-
It was with the drone with the gun mounted on it, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
You deal with that?
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be hilarious if he was the fucking villain of like a James Bond movie or a Mission Impossible movie?
Fuck, that would be
Like
so
they just
good.
pan up and you see fucking Dimitri there with a fucking drone sitting there with a fucking machine gun. Oh my fucking god! You know how many
Man.
people would fucking die? Just start fucking laughing their ass. It would be such a good callback. Can't do that now.
But think since
That would
those
be-
days, since he's made those videos, he hasn't really done anything. He's never done like
Nope.
voice acting or regular acting other than
Oh,
that stuff,
I got
really,
I
right?
got them a voice
Yeah.
acting job a month and a half ago.
Oh shit, really?
I'm excited to see how that goes, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. Damn.
No, I'm,
Well,
I'm very bad
well,
at my job. I have no idea what
Are
I'm
you
doing.
are you used to producing the show?
That's my job.
That's my job. That's my job.
Yep. Nope, that's my job.
He's
It's
taking
crazy
on
to see
more
how
and more
far that's gone.
responsibility as
Yeah.
we speak. Fuck.
Yep. There are a lot
of good
things
shit
right now
stewing and
that I
brewing in the
wish-
background with that.
I know that if I sat here and said the things that are going on behind the scenes right now, poof.
Well,
People
you know,
lose their shit. It'd be good.
Oh, people would shit themselves.
Yeah. People would be very surprised that anything is
People
coming.
would be like, no, this is a lie. Like all of my stories, they'd be like, no, this is a lie. It happens. And they're like, wait, what? Shit themselves.
well, that's the problem about all this stuff is like, no matter what, you
Nobody
can't
trusts it.
prove you
Yep.
can't prove anything because the minute you prove it, then because unless you're there, and even if you were there,
Yeah.
it's a word. It's a sentence.
Yep.
Well, well, yes, I saw you do that. But then, well, there's no way to prove it because it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Even if you have videotape, you can't even trust the videotape anymore. That's the
Nothing is
problem.
wrong with my TV, Kringle. Fuck off. It's because I'm too lazy
That's
to
a
fucking
reflection.
wipe off the TV. Yeah,
What's wrong?
because it looks like a fucking Star-Lord blue.
Friend of ours is just harassing
Yeah.
him in the chat for no reason.
Fucking jackass.
This is a harassment-free zone. It
Is it
looks
really?
rusty. What?
Who looks rusty?
No, this isn't a harassment-free zone. You're good.
It's just because it caught one too many hot loads that I'm burning it into the screen.
I don't even know what that fucking means, but I'm afraid to think about it.
PKA coined me
Oh,
as
fuck.
Hot Load Zach because I had 2 kids before the time I was 18.
Ah!
So my entire moniker for my
That's
entire
fucking
job
great.
now has been
Fucking hot
the
load.
fact that I
Fucking
come
hot load.
progressively.
You guys are awesome.
A lot of
man.
people still have no idea what the fuck the name comes from, honestly. I've never heard like anyone ask you or anything either, which
Nope.
is even funnier.
Nope.
Oh fuck.
It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. I love it. I fucking love it. Most people just
I didn't
don't
realize
understand.
that they gave you that nickname for the longest time too. Like probably until about maybe just like a year ago or something. I don't know.
Exactly, King. I'm just a fertile dude. I just fucked a shit
Just-
ton before I was
I'm
18.
just a firm dude. I'm just a firm baby
A
making
fertile
fucking
dude.
dude.
Fertile.
fertile. No, not virile, not fertile. No, fertile's for girls. Virile. You're virile.
Virile. Yes.
Virile, not
I
fertile.
was reading the chat. I was reading the chat.
Maybe that's a total fucking diss.
King Wolo
Exactly.
Wolo knows what's up.
Exactly. No way in hell. So, no, I meant fertile.
He said no, I meant fertile.
I'm not breedable and submissive, King. Go fuck yourself.
Well, there may be a monetization opportunity for you there.
Christ
No,
almighty.
no, I'm not going to turn into a finster and turn into a femboy and sell my pussy online.
Yeah,
I
but dude,
promise you.
think of the money you could make.
I
huh?
am an ugly motherfucker, and I will continue.
They
to
won't be
talk shit.
seeing your face. You're gonna be
Yeah,
face down.
They're just gonna
Dude,
look for the crack.
my ass crack is more hairy than my face is, and that's
Yeah,
a
but
scary fucking thought.
Correct.
Hey man,
There's
there's
an air for that.
there's a group out there who's dying to see it, and they'll pay big
Actually
cash
true,
for that.
I
you
will
know?
never be your precious autosaur.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So, hey Bernsey, what did you do on Tuesday night?
Made gay jokes online. Fuck yeah, boys.
You talk
Ugh.
shit.
We talk shit. Ugh. It is crazy, Burns. I know we talked about it for like 5 or 6 seconds before this. This project that I've been working on for fucking 2.5 months now has me fucking exhausted and fucking absolutely burnt out from making dumb jokes. I wrote this entire script for half of the people that I was writing it for completely in the cadence and how they spoke. So I had to listen to these people over and
In your
over
head.
for fucking
In your
hours
head. In
to
your
make
head.
to make sure these jokes and words were fucking written correctly and broken up how they would say it. Then the other night, probably about 3 weeks ago, I fucking wake up in the middle of the night in a panic attack. I was like, fuck, I didn't finish what the hell I needed to do. So I woke up at like fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, worked until 8 o'clock in the morning,
Jesus is fun.
wrote 3/4 of what I needed to all at once. Just like willed myself how to do it at some point. I have no idea how the hell I did this. All at once.
In the middle of that.
In the middle of the
that
fucking
That's
night.
too
Yeah.
funny. Like, what the fuck?
Mm.
Yeah,
Like-
some of the jokes and lines you've written for some of the characters so far are fucking bang on. Too good.
Top tier cheese, Kurt. Honestly, either this is going to be one of the
It's all going to be a
greatest-
bunch of fucking inside jokes, but it'll still be funny.
No, not all of them. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Curd.
Not all of them.
He's talking about cheese curd, is he? He's talking about cheese curd.
No, that was a joke at Myth, who
Yeah, our buddy
only
Myth from
wanted to
Wisconsin
eat
used to be on the
cheese
show.
curds.
He's obsessed with cheese curds. Loves
Yeah.
the deep fried cheese curds.
Yeah,
And,
but he's Canadian, right? Miss
no,
Canadian.
he's Wisconsin.
Close enough.
No, but yeah, but
Honorary
that's-
Canadian.
This
Honorary
is
Canadian.
still the
Yeah.
same obsession with curd. You fuckers put it on your French fries and call it poutine.
Oh,
You know, which is the
so
greatest
good.
thing. With a little bit of gravy
It's got to
on
be
it.
beef gravy. Got to be
Best
beef
thing
gravy.
ever. Best
No,
thing.
you remove the
ever.
gravy, you sprinkle fucking barbecue sauce on it, bam. White trash
No.
fucking cheese
No.
fries. Yes.
No.
Gravy
Also,
is
people
not
who
an
put ketchup
acceptable
on
food.
top of poutine, that's sacrilege. You can get like charged for treason for doing that.
Ketchup's not that good, man.
The older I get, the less shit that I put
Yep.
ketchup on. Pretty much put it on burgers. Not even French fries. There's better shit for
I
French
would
fries.
Well,
rather
I-
use barbecue sauce. I'd rather use ranch. I'd rather use buffalo ranch. I'd rather use hot sauce. I'd rather use buffalo sauce. There's millions of different sauces I'd rather use.
Yeah, I got stuck. I said something stupid online the other day. I said A1 sauce is for fucking losers. If you can't cook a
Oh,
steak
it's for
well,
retards. It's for
if you
fucking
need A1
retards.
sauce for your steak, then
Yep.
you're fucked. Don't stop cooking. Go out for dinner, because if you can't, steak is such a simple thing to cook and really good. And
I loved, so you guys can tell me about your first steaks, but everybody knows my mom is not a healthy individual. And I was about 12 years old at this point, and she's like, you know what, Zach, you're going to try your first steak. I was very, very fucking picky at this point. Like, I didn't eat any beef. I tried a burger at one point once. I would eat like beef soups and things like that, but not really anything else. She's like, Zach, you're going to try your first steak. You might like it a little more. She gave me a, I believe it was one of those fucking 2-ounce New York strip or ribeye steaks that's like a hockey puck, essentially, that's half a hockey puck. Thing was so overcooked that the edges were burnt
Ugh,
and the entire inside was fucking brown.
too dry.
yeah, that's,
She's like, you know what? Put some Italian dressing on it. You might like it.
No. No.
yeah.
That's how you reintroduce the moisture. Yeah. Sauce.
Yeah,
That's-
just,
that's what
just
it's for.
ignore what you're eating and just keep continuing forward. Yeah, that's never made any sense to me at all, ever.
So for the next 12 years of my life, I went on a fucking spree of trying to figure out exactly how to cook a perfect steak in every single way possible. Whether that's reverse sear, you make it with a nice little sauce, cook it in the sauce, that way the flavor is all the way
Barbecue?
through it.
I love them barbecued.
Char, you got all the different little flavors. I've cooked a perfect one in every single way I've tried, other than sous vide, because I don't have a sous vide. But what was your first steak? Was your first steak as bad as mine? Burns, we already know. You got a perfect 2-ounce fucking cut of steak at the age of 2. It was fucking perfect. You got served it with a fucking steak knife and got stabbed in the thigh right after.
No, no, way after that. It was way before that. No, my first steak was a sirloin, and my mother was a horrible cook. So it was a piece of fried. It was fried in a skillet.
Mine was too.
Had zero taste, and it had a little bit of butter on it, and it was dry and awful. And they had it with eggs, steak and eggs. It was just a piece of sirloin, and just my mother wasn't a cook. It was just horrible. It was just, and then one day, I was out with a buddy of mine. He brought a T-bone to we were kind of in the woods doing a sleep out thing, right?
Yeah.
I was like 13 and 14. He brought like a T-bone. He threw it on a grill, and the smell of it. What strange magic is this, Mr. Paul? May I please try some? And it had fat on it, and the station I had no fat. They're like really fucking lean. And what is this strange wonder? Oh, I need some of these. Yeah, it took a while, but that was it. Then whenever I would ride my bike around the neighborhood in the summertime, see who was having cookouts, and I go beg for food.
My mom, my entire childhood, even still, and I don't understand how she's as big as she is with not doing this. She does not use salt on any of her food.
Really?
None.
Really?
It was the thing that caused me to teach myself how to cook, because I could not eat food like that anymore.
So you don't need salt on everything, but like,
no, but
there's a point like 5-6 years ago I realized, holy shit, that kind of works on a lot of stuff.
It's the base of how to cook things. You break down that flavor palette, then you understand salt and pepper or what you need.
Okay, you want to kill a burger? Actually, I got a burger from last night. You want to kill a burger? Get some Wagyu, high fat content. You just this will fix it for you. Get butter, slather, but salt, butter, pepper.
Yep.
All right, and just slather it on a piece of it with butter on one side. Flip it and cook it, and slather on the other side with salt, pepper, and a lot of pepper, just a lot.
Yep.
Make it.
Oh, absolutely.
And then it just.
I ADHD cook things. No, I ADHD cook things. So I will sit there and be like, this is what I want. And now I will not stop eating this until I either get sick of it or I want something different. So I will learn how to perfect something every single time. And I've perfected burgers. I don't like the texture of burgers and ground beef. It gets to me badly. And I have no idea why. It's probably my autism or retardation.
Well, it could be the quality. Could be the quality of the meat you're getting too.
I've tried every single thing.
Different fat contents and everything too. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I thought it was that originally because my mom used to buy the big ass fucking 5-pound rolls of meat that's in the plastic roll. I was like, oh, it has to be the fucking fat content. It has to be something dumb like that. That's just, it's too fatty. Let's try something different.
No, more fat the better, dude.
Oh, especially with burgers. Hell yeah.
Oh, she was buying 73-27.
Great mix.
That's
oh my god, that's a great. It was
making me so fucking sick.
Really?
Yes.
Frick, man. See, I don't like ground beef and a lot of stuff.
Drain the grease.
I just find it's too greasy a lot of the time. If you're talking like tacos or whatnot,
okay,
but burgers.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that is essential for me to do is I try to start a fire in my grill with the grease. So I want on the drip pad. Once that gets ignited, then I know I'm in the right place. You know, it's like I have a big scorch mark, a smoke mark on the side of my house because that's where the
the grill goes.
I know. This is gonna be, it's good. You know?
Yeah, we got to have a steak at Burns' house. Just go hang out with Burns. You have a nice big old steak.
This is one. Last time I made burgers, a buddy of ours, Token, actually, he told me, Five Guys, their animal style burger. I've never tried Five Guys, but he says the big thing that they do is they coat one side of the patty in mustard. So like you cook one side of it and then
really
coat the top side in mustard, like fucking slather it in mustard and then flip it over and fry it. so that the bottom of that has like charred mustard. I've never tasted that before, and I don't think I'll ever cook burgers without doing that again because it's
Barbecue
so
sauce is
good,
good
man.
like that too. I didn't
It's
hear
different
that
with
exactly.
mustard though, man. Holy shit!
Oh, but
Fucking
you know, like when you
like
get the
tangy
char,
a little bit.
you get the char from
I'm
like
going to try that. You
ribs
know what
and
kind of
stuff?
mustard it was?
I just used fucking French's mustard personally.
Yeah.
I don't like every other like recipe I saw
That's a
for it
great
online,
idea.
They
I
just
wanna
said
try
mustard
that.
on one side of the burger.
I'm going to try that. Yes.
A weird
Trust
thing.
me, it's good shit.
A weird thing for like barbecues and shit that my mom did that this thing's weird. It sounds dumb, but it's fucking top tier. I don't like mayo at all. I will not eat mayonnaise in the slightest. But my mom would shred cucumbers like in little thin quarters. Put mayonnaise in there and as much sugar as the bowl will fucking take. And turn it into fucking what the fuck is it called? It's like creamed cucumbers. Yep, creamed cucumbers. That shit is fucking good.
I'd try it. I'm not a huge mayo fan either, but I'd try it.
I do not eat mayonnaise at all.
Oh
you
my
don't
god!
have the taste of mayonnaise.
I love me some mayonnaise.
I can't watch it be made. I cannot eat it like while it's being made. But after like 2 hours in the fridge, you do not taste it.
Have you ever tried cucumber just with sugar poured on top of it before? Have you ever done that? It tastes just like fucking watermelon. Yep. I was shocked when I first tried that.
Yep.
Wait, cucumber?
Take a slice of cucumber and just sprinkle some sugar on it. That tastes identical to fucking watermelon, and it blows my mind still every time I try it.
It's like the sugar content is just slightly different in between the two.
That's all that it's missing. Literally, the flavor's there already. You just didn't even know it. It's just watermelon without the sugar. Sugar-free watermelon. That's all cucumber is. Write that down. Write that down. Yeah.
The shit you learn just by hanging out. Yeah, the shit you learn.
Just bullshitting, having some fun, and talking shit.
Well, my sister told me this. I thought she was fucking around. She's like, "Try it." No, try it. I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Holy fuck, that tastes just like watermelon." You don't even need watermelon anymore.
The other weird thing that I had as a kid that I think is like 25% of people do this and 75% do it the other way is putting mayo on the outside of your grilled cheese when you make it. I think that's a southern thing. You don't taste that either. As long as you cook it properly. If you take it off too soon or flip it too soon, the mayo fucking gets everywhere and that's gross. But it cooks the bread better than the butter does.
I've done it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of butter with grilled cheese. I always use olive oil. I find that's the best because it just gets crispier. I find the mayo is just, I don't know. Like it still fries it. Like you don't taste it like you said, but it's just, I don't know. It's a little greasier. I like it with olive oil.
Good way to step up
up
grilled cheese. You know the pre-cooked meats in the meat section at like Walmart with like barbecue sauce, or you get like the Jack Daniel's fucking pulled pork and all that shit. Make a grilled cheese with that.
I've never made a pulled pork grilled cheese. That's fucking extra.
Yeah,
I had pulled pork a few weeks ago though, and
super fun.
I made a few burgers just afterwards. Yeah. So I had like burger bun, fucking patty, another bun, pulled pork with goat cheese, and then top bun. It was fucking. They were huge.
Just fucking disconnected. There we go. I'm back.
Oh, did we lose him?
Nope, I'm here.
No, I'm just fantasizing about
Zach's internet. No, Zach's camera's frozen for me. Yep. I hear you now. I hear you now.
Yep.
In fact, I'm gonna disconnected too. I am going to step out for 30 seconds and go grab something.
Yeah, no rush. Take your time. Take your time.
Go ahead. Oh, he just disconnects his fucking.
He's gone.
There we go.
Where did he go?
Look at me, editing on the fly.
Where am I?
Yes, I mean a melt. Melts are fucking good, man. Melts are fucking good. But most people don't understand how to do that shit or to do that shit.
Pulled pork and a grilled cheese. That's next level. I gotta try that.
Yeah, they also have like beef au jus too, which is fucking good. It's like a French dip sandwich. That shit's super fucking fire. As a
kind of thicker slice, cheese. Fucking beef. Yeah.
You could make a pizza grilled cheese with some mozzarella cheese
I've done that
and fucking
millions
tomato
of times.
Sauce and pepperoni. That shit's fucking good too.
Caramelized onions and goat cheese on a grilled cheese alongside like cheddar or marble cheese. That's fucking god.
Token shit himself.
Spinach,
when I was
tomato.
telling him about homemade fucking egg roll pizza, that shit's fucking fire too. Homemade pizza egg rolls are fucking good.
Okay, you said egg roll pizza, and I was thinking like the things that go in an egg roll spread out on a pizza. Although
No,
that
no.
probably would be fucking good too, actually.
Nah, that shit was super fucking
Pizza
good.
egg rolls, hell yeah, oh yeah, they're the shit.
Put Burns back on the screen now that he added his camera again.
There he is.
He had to bite off the end of his cigar and remove himself. But yeah, pizza egg rolls are super fucking good. I also made buffalo chicken egg rolls, and those shits were fucking fire.
Oh,
too.
damn. See, like buffalo is not a huge flavor, at least not around here. Like, it's one of the most common sauces for like fucking everything, it seems, in the US, but like it's not everywhere here. Far from it.
It just took off. I would give it probably like just the beginning of the Mexican beer flu. Right around then, Buffalo and Buffalo Ranch fucking took off to the fucking moon.
See, Buffalo Ranch, that's a nasty combo. I don't like ranch at all, really.
Oh, I'm
not a fan.
I like ranch. It has
Pretty
to be
much the only thing
ranch,
I will
though,
still
like
eat ranch. Yeah, there's shit ranch. There's shit ranch out there for sure. The only thing I will actually like seek out and want to put fucking ranch on is like oven roasted potatoes. Chop them into like little cubes, basically. Nice and crispy. That with ranch, that fucking hits different. Montreal steak spice and ranch on that, that's fucking next level. I don't know why that's the one thing I like it on. Fucking potatoes. It's kind of weird.
Another good thing is fucking General Tso's chicken. They have this sauce in fucking Walmart. You don't even have to make the sauce. You make the sauce, you're gonna fuck it up. Go to the fucking Asian aisle in Walmart and grab the fucking sauce. It has a fucking swan on it. It's a black glass bottle. I have 3 of them downstairs because I make it every now and then. Throw that over some fucking stir-fry veggies with some rice. That shit's fucking
I'm more of a teriyaki guy, and I like making the shit myself too, because it's just so tasty. Fuck.
I've had people really, really, really fuck it up. Like, and Asian food is not something you can take lightly. If you do not pay attention and sit there and taste it every single step of the way and make sure things are done right.
Oh yeah, you can fuck something up royally.
In the foot.
Just like the littlest bit too much of soy sauce and something, and it's just like fucking unedible
or
completely.
Vinegar, or like.
I try not to. I'm not a big vinegar person anyway. Like if I'm using it in a sauce, I'll use a bit of balsamic usually, but just like the tiniest fucking bit, like quarter teaspoon.
That was the problem, is way too much rice wine, and it was just it just turned fucking grossness to it.
That's just sounds fucking tangy.
We got
rice wine vinegar. Man, he's dancing. Look at him.
Yeah. Fuck. No, I don't want to end it. I was gonna press end, which is the Pornhub fucking thing, and then it goes into see you again. Bye.
Fuck's sake.
That was good. Little quickie, little quickie in the refrigerator.
You have a snack? Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
we're talking about food a little bit too much.
Yeah, I was fucking starving.
Yeah, I went downstairs to grab a snack too before we started. I grabbed an entire thing worth of cheesecake filling.
Oh my fucking god, you fat ass.
My inner fat kid was so happy. I bought those
better man than I am.
breakfast bars.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I made protein breakfast bars. I bought 2 of those, and I made an entire fucking pan worth of cinnamon toast crunch breakfast bars with vanilla protein.
That sounds good.
Fire, yeah. You use that as a base because it's no bake. Threw it in the freezer, so it's like ice cream texture.
Damn.
Oh, that shit was so fucking good.
I've never seen cheesecake filling in a tub like that. I don't know if that's just a purely American thing, or they just don't have it around here.
That's not Cool Whip.
It looks like a Cool Whip tub, right? That's what I thought it was first. Yeah.
It's Philadelphia cream cheese.
Oh, but actual cheesecake filling. Yeah, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Fuck. You'll eat peanut butter right out of the jar, King? Yeah, that's not a fat kid thing to do. That's just makes sense.
I can't have peanut butter in my house.
I know. You've got a child who's deathly allergic to it.
Die.
Yeah.
I open the jar and he starts fucking wheezing and his skin sloughs off. It's fun.
Jesus Christ. That's fucked. Knock on wood. I'm lucky I'm not that allergic to any good food like that, because I don't know if it would stop me. I mean, certainly if I was deathly allergic, it would.
The only thing that I'm deathly allergic to that point is fucking tree nuts. And I'm allowed to have the 2 that I like, with being coconut and fucking peanuts. I'm kind of okay with that.
No almonds?
No almonds. Can't have them.
No pecans?
I'd die. Have I ever told you that story? Of how I figured out that I'm anaphylactic to fucking tree nuts?
I don't think so.
So I went to my sperm donor's house on a Friday night. And he had an entire pack worth of fucking almond cookies. But I found this thing that absolutely fucks you up with almond cookies. Do you remember the Listerine breast strips that if you put them in your mouth, they would like take off the like inner lining of your mouth almost?
Great
before they
things.
Brought them back? Whatchamacallit?
I didn't even know they exist again. I haven't seen them in like fucking 15 years. Damn.
They had them like 20 years ago and then got rid of them and then brought them back for like a couple years too. When they had the little spritzer thingies when I was a teenager.
That's wrong. Okay, go ahead.
What's
so
wrong?
You mixed Listerine breath strips and fucking almond cookies together? Is that what I'm...
I think they were killing people. Okay?
Yes.
I think
the Listerine breast strips removed like the lining in your stomach and in your mouth.
Yeah, I think
Holy fuck, no way.
I think.
So it made the allergic reaction I had to tree nuts more viable to happen.
Really?
It's something that's what the doctors.
Is that just like menthol opening up your sinuses and letting you get fucked up more?
Yeah.
Damn.
I actually ended up having a conversation with the doctor about allergies and stuff with the baby, and they're like, "Yeah, she has no reactions, no skin reactions, no open sores or anything like that. So these things are not an issue for the baby because she's not having these things introduced to her bloodstream. She doesn't have the problem." So the fact that the protein of those almonds and the oils from those almonds were introduced to my bloodstream, and I was already allergic to it at that point, all of a sudden popped me anaphylactic.
Fuck, man. That's so scary that people's immune systems can just flip like that too. Like,
yeah, I had hives for 72 fucking hours.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
My best friend growing up, he just one day all of a sudden became completely deathly allergic to tree nuts too. Like he was eating almonds by the fucking handful. At one point he was just obsessed with them, and then just one day just fucking collapsed, dropped, airway closed completely over.
Yep.
Fucking ambulance barely got there in time. Like dude literally almost died, and he was eating shitloads of almonds the day before and he was fine. It was so weird.
Yeah.
So I was always just back in my mind like, I'm gonna have to stab this guy with a fucking EpiPen someday. I'm not gonna like this. But never did, thank God.
Fuck it. Nick actually stabbed himself with his EpiPen. When we moved into this house, we had all of our stuff still in boxes, and the EpiPen ended up getting thrown in with everything else from the kitchen because my stepdad was just helping us pack and move shit and stuff like that, and he just threw everything in a cabinet in a box. Didn't find the fucking EpiPen. Sit the box down in the living room, go upstairs, go to bed for the night. Come down the next morning, Nick ends up stabbing himself in the foot with the non-trainer fucking EpiPen at fucking 4.5 years old.
Oh my God.
Yep.
How did that happen?
Because the EpiPen was down inside of a box when we moved. So he ended up grabbing it out of the box, and he was taught to train himself and practice because
he thought it was the trainer.
He thought it was the trainer and jabbed himself with it. Except he hit himself in the shin, top of the foot area instead of the thigh.
Christ almighty. So I guess the adrenaline didn't go around his body too much. Yeah.
Yeah. He was in the hospital for like 4.5 hours until the adrenaline wore off.
Holy fuck.
Is that what an EpiPen is? Is adrenaline?
Yeah. It's epinephrine, which is essentially...
Yes. Yeah, right. Sudafeds.
Yep.
I remember when I was in college, that was a thing. Guys are cooking Sudafeds to get a little buzz. Like everybody would go into the trainers and get a bunch of Sudafed before a game, just take a half dozen Sudafeds.
And that's when you could just go and buy as much as you wanted off the fucking shelf. They're so crazy about controlling that stuff now because
nobody knows. Well, they're making a hardcore drug out of it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's for what? Meth, right?
Meth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the most popular ways of starting the production, anyways, using Sudafed. Now you pretty much can't buy more than just like a week or two's worth anywhere.
They put your name down and they put your fucking driver's
license
yeah,
there is a network of fucking pharmacists that like literally share people's names around and shit because they seem to be like procuring it for large scale drug operations, or at least
Dude,
the thing.
pharmaceuticals are getting fucking retarded. So I have a fucking Adderall prescription. It's legitimate. I have ADHD. Obviously, I'm sitting here rocking in my chair like a fucking retard. Whatchamacallit? So I fucking had to call around to find out if they had my specific dosage. Every single fucking place other than the fucking grocery stores would not tell me, oh yeah, we actually have that in stock, because it's a security issue.
Oh, because you can just call them, ask them if they have the good, strong fucking Adderall
Yeah.
in, and then you'll go
was
rob
like,
them.
Jesus
I
Christ,
gave
them my script number. I was like, this is my script number. I have a legitimate script. I just need to know if you have this dosage. My psychiatrist had to change which dosage I'm on and how many pills I'm on daily just to make sure that I had fucking availability because of the fucking supply chain issues.
It's fucked. It's been a thing for a lot of pharmaceuticals the last like a year or so, man. It's wild.
Yeah, they said Adderall and Ritalin are not supposed to improve until around December of next year.
Jesus, really? Production wise? Fuck. Yeah, I knew a lot of stimulants were the main one that was hit by it too. Yep. Even like ibuprofen and acetaminophen here, there was a huge shortage in Quebec because the fucking Quebec government didn't like a bunch of the packaging and said it wasn't French enough. So a bunch of that shit had to be taken off shelves to the point where people couldn't fucking get it. It was absolutely fucked.
Is that real? I really?
In Quebec, okay, in Quebec specifically, all signage, period, whether it's road signs, the signs on the outside of a business, fucking anything, has to be at least French. It can't be just English. If there is French and English, the French has to be twice as big in the font. That is literally a fucking law in Quebec. It is insane.
It's a country run by a white guy who got told that he wasn't black and woke enough, so he decided to go full blackface.
Oh no, this is Quebec specifically. This is just in the province of Quebec.
I know it was a joke. I know it was a joke.
I was reading something the other day where there is a motion put forward to remove fighting from the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. They want to eradicate fighting out of in the Quebec Junior Hockey League.
I didn't hear that. That's wild.
Look it up, man. I just saw it online.
QMJHL is really good. That's like pretty much as good as hockey gets, like south of NHL.
Well, it's one of the top Canadian.
So many guys get drafted out of there, but like that's fucked to think that they want to abolish fighting. Period. That's wild.
The OHL and the Quebec are the two major ones, and the Western is great too. But yeah, but I was reading it. They're trying to eradicate it from hockey next year, under the auspices of head injuries.
Injuries, of course. Yeah. Mind you, I mean, it's probably a good thing to try to tone it down a little bit, because I know some leagues, they just get fucking insane. Like all the hockey around here, there's usually such brutal fights, especially towards the end of every season. Everyone's all fired up. But
here's the thing. Here's my 13 cents worth of intelligence on this. You know, Canadians have always been seen in the world as very polite people. Courteous. And I think and that's like when you go down to Texas or you're down to any kind of right to carry state, people are very courteous, very polite. Exactly. Everyone's carrying a gun. No one's going to do anything stupid because everyone carries a gun, right? In Canada, when the national sports allowed you to punch a guy in the head for being an asshole, it bleeds into the society. Like, yeah, there's consequences for bad behavior. Yep. And it's controlled at the boots level. It's not controlled by the government. Like, so in a sport where and fighting in hockey is strictly about, it's tactical, it's strategic, right? It's not just wanton violence. Sometimes people who aren't really at the top levels are stupid about it, but it's basically a tactic. It's tactical, and it's sort of a policing motion to allow the referees not to have to cover everything. So that's why referees let it go. It's a way of getting balance back to the game. Taking it out, especially in Quebec, my what's it called? My conspiracy theory part of my brain says, that's the first step of social engineering, to train people not to take responsibility for their life, not to police their own lives, and have the authorities do it. And that's like, and what is more Canadian than hockey? What is more Canadian than the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League? It's almost much. It's almost more popular than the NHL, right? Because it's francophile. So if you eliminate that part of their psyche with how many, not even the generations, with how many years. Now the kids come into league. Now, okay, no, we can't fight anymore because we have to rely on the government. That's my conspiracy theory idea. Like they're getting it out because it's falling into the part of this new movement of I really, for me, I just, I know it sounds like it's this conspiracy theory stuff, but I do believe that they are grooming it in a very Chinese model of compliance. It's about compliance.
Oh, you're certainly not wrong. Our prime minister has been on the record and said that he not only likes the idea of China's whole social fucking credit system, but absolutely loves the idea and would love to see our own country fucking adopt something like that someday, which is fucking disgusting to me. Now there's so much shit coming out that China's apparently interfered in our last 2 federal elections. There's shitloads of liberal members of parliament that have been paid off by Chinese foreign agents. They've been running fucking undercover police agencies here, just like they have been all through the US. This is a huge thing in Canadian news right now. Everyone's grilling the shit out of Justin Trudeau for this, and he's just fucking deflecting it all. Or not even showing up to parliament. He's had no excuses for a bunch of shit. It's just fucked. It's fucked. Yeah. So it's more or less come out that we should have had a conservative government since fucking 2019 or 18. But trying to help the Liberals just fucking squeeze in because that's what they want. They want a very complacent Canada to work with so they can just buy up all our fucking real estate. Good times, good times.
Well, I mean, it's, we're very cavalier about it. We're very much, but at some point, as the willingness to you guys are afraid to say things on your channel because you're going to be zapped. So the thing has happened already. It's just now how do they weed out?
Back? Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't get pulled out because the mechanisms are already taken away. If you want to play in this game, you play by these rules. And that's what I'm saying. It's a social engineering activity. With hockey, you start taking it. The most Canadian thing in the world is a couple of young Canadian, like Don Cherry. Oh, just a couple of young Canadian fellas going at it. Nobody's hurt. That mentality is going away where you handle your own shit, take care of your own life, take care of your own problems. Someone steps out of line, handle it.
No, fist fighting, in all honesty, makes every single sport better. You can't tell me that if somebody doesn't throw elbows right in the NBA, that it wouldn't be fantastic if somebody just turned around and fucking broke his fucking jaw. Don't fucking throw an elbow at me.
It's the big fights in the MLB that get me. When that shit breaks out, it goes crazy. They're 20 on 20, fucking insane.
My favorite one was the Yankees versus the Red Sox, probably 03 to 05, somewhere in there. Pedro Martinez threw our fucking 75, 80-year-old fucking batting coach on the fucking ground. Just fucking threw him on the ground.
That's fucked. There's no need of that.
Oh,
he's done fighting. Keep him out of it.
No, he went face to face with Pedro, trying to fight him.
Did he actually?
Yeah, just fucking with him. What a legend. Just ballsy as hell. And you see the shit now going on in NASCAR too. And I know we've been watching NASCAR the last.
Fights in motorsports are fucking awesome too. Yeah, I love that shit.
Denny Hamlin got fucking fined, and there was massive fucking fines this week. The past 7 days for fucking NASCAR has been nuts for fines. Denny Hamlin's on his podcast, he's I just let go of the wheel and let my car drive into Ross Chastain to ruin his entire fucking week.
Fucking God.
This week, he decided to say, you know what? I didn't really mean that. I was just fucking with you. I'm going to appeal that suspension. Not suspension, fine. There was somebody on Saturday that got stopped because they had too many cautions at the beginning of the Xfinity race. So he drove his car to the start-finish line, got out of the car in the middle of a caution, and just left his car there.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They suspended him for next week. He's like, nah, fuck you, bitch. Man. Fuck you. Like, you can't tell me that because you think that my car is shitty that I have to park it. Okay, you want me to park it? I'm gonna park it on the
You
track.
park
and
it
just
right
leave it
here.
there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just
Can't
gonna
imagine
leave
doing
it.
that. Walking off of a racetrack sounds so fucking dangerous, man. God damn it. Especially NASCAR without many cars on it. Man.
Shit's fucking insane.
All fights in motorsports. So like F1, there's been loads of fights over the years too, and they're always fucking hilarious. Even rallycross and actual rally racing, like there's been quite a few good brawls between teams before.
Oh,
They're heated as fuck too.
it's
Love
really
it.
interesting watching one of these sports just grow and blossom. Or watching the people that like should just slowly blossom and do things. Like Brian Deegan's kid. Now his kid's growing in fucking supercross and doing things. That's so fucking cool. It's so
Ken
fucking
Block's
cool.
daughter too.
Yeah.
She's starting to get into rallycross and actual stage rally racing too.
Like it was cool the other day because like I see those things click in my mind. It's like, oh, you see these kids just falling into what the hell they love doing because their family does it, because their dad did it, whatever. And then Nick's like, my dream's to be a YouTuber. My dream's to make content. My
Has
dream's
he
to
actually
tell
said
it.
shit like that? No
And I'm
way.
like, dude, like it just
That's
it
gonna feel
ribs
good.
you
That's
it
gonna feel
ribs
good.
you fucking weird, and you're just like, oh, that's odd. It's odd just to feel that. It's odd just to feel the difference of your kid looks up to you. Without like you portraying yourself there or putting yourself there, you end up doing your kid's dream and it just clicks, and that's fucking weird. It's fucking weird to be playing games and creating content for fun. And that's what my kid now is like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And it's so fucking weird, man. It's so fucking weird.
Well, I think it just goes to show that you don't teach your kids by the words you use. You teach them by your actions.
Yeah.
They will emulate you, and that's what they know. They copy. That's been established. I mean, as my boy Jordan Peterson says, yeah, the literature is in. The study has been done. This is not an opinion anymore. This is how it's, we figured this out, that it is monkey see, monkey do. Children imitate their parents. They take on their characteristics. There are biological markers that impact, but many kids will absorb their things their parents do.
No, and it seems almost like there's natural talent almost in everything. It's not just in athletics. It's not just in this or just that. There is markers for every single one of those things everywhere. And it does not change. They are fucking everywhere.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's, find out the thing that makes you tick. That really is, what else do we got?
Is there nurture in there? Abso-fucking-lutely, because the things that happen in your life probably impact it. But I'm still going to repeat the same exact thing that I fucking said probably like 5 months ago. I still think that the kinks that you have as an adult probably have come down the fucking line. There is probably predisposed things in your entire fucking life, whether that's kinks in the bedroom
I think,
or the jobs that you want to do. There is part of that
hobbies,
is
interests, any of it. Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
And that makes you really, really fucking confused when you think, they fucking like that too. And you get all fucking squicked out. And then you're like, your kid's going to think the same fucking thing.
Depending, again, I think that depending on the DNA of the kid too, like this, like I know families that they have 5 kids and the 5 kids are so different.
Yep.
Like
they're all shades of you. They're percentages.
One kid's a crazy man. The other kid is a total geek and book nerd.
Yep.
How did they come out of the same house? That they did.
That goes exactly to what I said when I was probably like 17. We were trying to figure out exactly how we went from me, who's very, very, very intellectual, very, very in-depth, will break everything down to the umpteenth degree, one of the most athletic people within my family. Like, I blow everybody out of the water. I am one of those dipshits that literally falls ass backwards into being rather good at pretty much everything that I put my mind to. My sister, who has CP, not CP to the level where she's sitting in a fucking wheelchair, she can't do anything, but has cerebral palsy to the point where she has it. It's there, but she's a book nerd. She doesn't do fucking very much other than that. She's become like politically activated where she's a fucking feminist. She's a fucking Tumblrina. Obviously, the generation after.
Tumblr? I've never heard that term.
Then you have my little sister, who is the loud, obnoxious, aggressive Dyke Squad version of me. Who is not athletic. Who is a good, larger person. But fucking loud and obnoxious. Like stereotypical Dyke Squad. Just loud. And we were sitting at a fucking family party one day. And they're like, I wonder how they went from Zach's first sister to Zach's second sister. And I thought for a second, and this is where my ADHD and mental retardation came in. I said, you know what? Angry sex. I just turned, fucking ended the... How else do you transfer from a fucking book nerd Tumblrina to a fucking loud fucking... No, angry sex is the only answer. It just is. It just is.
Oh, God.
See, we know.
Just stirred up a bit too much in the womb.
We know that Ippo's parents had oatmeal the morning that he was conceived.
Do you think so?
Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
You're going to have to deliver the punchline to me on that one.
Because you wear cardigans, you like cats, oatmeal, Subaru.
Oh, you're saying I'm like a granola person. That's where this is going.
Yep.
Mm.
Cooked oatmeal. Yeah.
Cooked oatmeal? I do like oatmeal.
That was my point.
They could have had oatmeal that morning. I don't know. I never asked them.
I got told that I was conceived on Easter, and that grossed me out enough. And then I was told that my mom counted the ceiling tiles, and that also grossed me out.
What the fuck?
On that note, hey guys, I just realized it's
real shit's been talked, boys. We'll see you fucking next time, Burnsy. Thank you so much.
Take her easy, man.
Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure, and we'll talk soon.
Check out Shifty Hemco. Go check out Burns on fucking Twitch. The link's down in the description for the YouTube VOD. We'll see you fucking next time.